The Last Folk Hero, The Life and the Myth of Bo Jackson. Author, Jeff Pearlman. This book is 23 hours long if you're going to read it on audiobook. I always plug them. Libby. Get the Libby app so you can get free audiobooks, free Kindle, PDF, ebooks as well. But Bo Jackson, if you're not familiar, one of the greatest athletes of all time. One of my top four athletes. You know, I got Ken Griffey Jr., I got Mike Tyson, I got Deion Sanders, and Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, his football career ended very, very prematurely. I was only like 6 years old, I think, when his career ended. And he was a hell of an athlete, man. He was a two-sport athlete. He was before Deion. So he played in the NFL and Major League Baseball before Deion did. He was a better baseball player than he was a football player. But can't really say that because his career ended very prematurely. He had a hip injury and it ended his football career. I think he was only 28 years old. He was a very young man when that happened. But the book, man, the book is amazing. I really enjoyed the book. I would definitely suggest anybody that is a fan of sports. You ain't got to be a baseball or a football fan. You could just be a fan of sports. Bo Jackson was larger than life. I remember that. I remember being a kid, 6 and 7, and, you know, Bo knows baseball. Bo knows, like, Nike had that campaign, and he was like a superhero. Like, he was larger than fucking life, you know. He went to Auburn. He's from Bessemer, Alabama. There's a really good 30 for 30 on Bo Jackson. I would suggest you go check it out. But the book is good. I thought it was pretty good. I learned some things about Bo personally I didn't know. I didn't know that he was raised by a single mother. His mother raised him as a single mother. His father was married, so he was basically a side baby. He didn't know his father really like that. Bo was getting into a lot of trouble as a little kid because a lot happens a lot. A lot of kids, they don't know their fathers, little boys especially, they act out at school and they want to inflict that pain that they feel inside on other kids. But he started playing baseball and football, and he harnessed all of that pain in the football and baseball and became one of the greatest athletes of all time. Dynamic, power and speed. Like, this dude, his fastest 40 was the fastest 40 I ever heard in my life. He ran a 4.13. A 4.13 40-yard dash. Unfucking believable. And mind you, Bo wasn't no little dude. He was 6'2", 215, 220 pounds. He was a big dude. You know, the average NFL player, running back, only runs a 4.3. Now, I understand a 4.3 to a 4.13 doesn't sound like much of a difference. But if you watch sports, you know that's a huge difference. That extra damn near 2 seconds, 1.7 seconds, 0.17 seconds makes a world of difference in sports. And he had so much power, ridiculous power. You know, I didn't know growing up he had, there's something else I learned. Growing up, he had a really bad stutter. And I didn't know that, you know. And the funny thing about every other athlete I named off, Mike Tyson, Ken Griffey Jr., Deion Sanders was the most of that generation. And all these guys are the same generation. They're all Gen X. Really prominent in the 80s, 90s. Deion Sanders was a hell of a speaker. Like, you know, speaker. Incredible. Mike Tyson wasn't the greatest speaker, but he was okay. Griffey he didn't really talk too much. But I can recall all three of them speaking. I don't remember him doing any interviews or anything. So there's parts in the book where he hated talking to the media. But eventually, you know, like I said, he outgrew his stutter. He started having speech therapy with one of the professors at Auburn that got him together, got him media trained. Bo Jackson, another thing too. Shit, man, he was somewhat of an asshole too. Like there was parts at the end of the book where he would see old players when he played with the Raiders, and they were like, I think it was Townsend, one of the players, Townsend, and he was like, hey man, can you sign this for me? And he had like a helmet, and he had some shoulder pads and a football, and he charged his old teammate $415 to sign some shit. That's some asshole shit, man. Like, you fucking played with the guy. I understand. I don't know, man. I don't know what it feels like to be a pro athlete. I've never been a pro athlete. You know what I mean? I didn't push it as hard as I could have with baseball. Like, you never know. I think had I pushed it 100% rather than 80%, I probably would be retiring from the league right now. I don't know. But I don't know how it feels to have people scrutinizing you daily, you know, day in, day out, and then people want you to sign autographs. But damn, man, like, there were parts in the book where, you know, people would just want to autograph, and he's charging them $400 something, and I don't know, man. But then again, he doesn't owe the fans anything. You know what I mean? So, but the book, rating wise, I give this book, I give it a 75. I give it a 75. It wasn't great. It was okay. It was okay. It was a 75. I was listening to this book as I was walking here on Venice Beach, finishing it up. So, but yeah, I give it a 75. It was cool. Would I recommend it to anybody? If you're a sports fan, definitely. But if you're not, 75.